Hello everyone, in this video we are just going to build a project of hygrometer using DST11 sensor module and LCD driven via PCF8574 I2C module. Let's get started. So as the first step, let's try to understand the schematic that we are going to build. And on the screen you can see this is the Arduino Uno development board that we are going to use. And as the first step, I am just going to draw a common 5-volt rail and also a ground rail for building the circuit. So you can see the red rail on the top is the 5-volt common rail which I am going to utilize for powering the other components in the circuit, and the black rail in the top is the ground rail from Arduino. I am doing this because I am not going to use any external power supply for powering other components in the circuit. So that is why I am just making the 5-volt and ground from the Arduino Uno development board as a common thing. And the next component that is required here is the I2C powered PCF8574 based LCD module. You can see on the left, this is the LCD module, 16x2 LCD module with PCF8574 IC. So this extension board in the black is the PCF8574 IC development board or module board, which is connected to the 16x2 LCD, which will help us to drive this LCD via I2C communication. Let's build the schematic for driving this particular LCD via this PCF8474 using the I2C communication from Arduino Uno. Now as the first step, I just want to power up this particular module. You can clearly see it has 4 pins: VCC, ground, SDA and SCL. SDA is the data pin of I2C communication. SCL is the clock pin of I2C communication, which will be connected to SCL of Arduino Uno and SDA of Arduino Uno, and this VCC and ground is useful for powering up this module as well as the LCD module. So I'm just going to connect the VCC to 5-volt of Arduino Uno and ground to ground of Arduino Uno, and further SCL and SDA to SCL and SDA of Arduino Uno development board. So let me do that. So I'm connecting VCC to 5-volt of Arduino Uno development board and ground to ground of Arduino Uno development board. And we very well know that the SCL pin of Arduino Uno is nothing but A5 pin, that is the analog 5 pin. So I'm just going to connect SCL to A5 of Arduino Uno, and further the SDA is nothing but A4 of Arduino Uno development board. So let me just connect that to A4. That's it. That's all the circuit that is required. You can clearly see the VCC and ground is connected to VCC and ground of Arduino Uno development board, and SCL is connected to A5 of Arduino Uno development board, and SDA is connected to A4 of Arduino Uno development board. So now as the second component that is required here is the DST11 sensor module. So this is the DST11 sensor module, and here also you can see we have VCC and ground, which we will be utilizing for powering up this module. So I will connect the VCC to 5-volt and ground to ground of Arduino Uno development board. Let me do that first. So it is done. You can see VCC is connected to 5-volt of Arduino Uno and ground is connected to ground of Arduino Uno, and further the output pin of DST11 is connected to digital pin 6 of Arduino Uno development board. So let me do that. So that's all about the schematic that you want to build in the breadboard for fetching the output, and you need to fetch the humidity data from the DST11 sensor module via one-wire protocol, and then you want to print that data that you receive from DST11 onto the LCD right over here in the left using the I2C protocol. Let's see the coding part. Now let's see the coding part. So this is the program that I have already built. You can see here I have written a program to fetch the data from DST11 using one wire protocol and further print that particular data onto the I2C LCD module using the protocol I2C in our Arduino. So as usual, we are including the wire.h and liquid crystal.h. This is common, and here I have defined the macro for the DST pin, that is 6. This is the same thing that we have already done. The LCD functions and initialization is common. You can see every other function that we are using for initializing the LCD and for driving the LCD is common, which we did in the previous and first and foremost video where we interfaced this LCD with PCF8574. So in that video, I have clearly explained you what are all the instances and what are all the initialization methods for initializing the LCD with PCF8574 and how you can drive that I2C LCD. I am just going to use the same methodology for LCD, but here in this program I have written a function called read DST11. This is the function which will help us to read the data from DST11 sensor. So here we will try to understand this. Here you can see the pin mode is configuring the DST pin as output, and we are making the pin low, waiting for 20 milliseconds, that is greater than 18 milliseconds. Again we are making the pin high, and here we are waiting for 30 microseconds, and we are making the pin as input. As I said, this is a one wire protocol, so we may need to change the state of the pin. Here for these operations, we are making the pin as output. We are signaling the sensor to get the data by making the particular pin as output. From here, we are making the pin as input for reading the data from the sensor. So this is the one wire protocol. We may need to change the state of the pin for providing the data and also for fetching the data. So for providing the data, we may need to make the pin as output, and for fetching the data from the sensor, we may need to configure the sensor pin as input. So here we are configuring the sensor pin as output, and we are triggering the signal, that is 20 millisecond on and 30 microseconds off. And here we are making the pin as input, and here this is the logic that we are running, that is if the data pin returns false, we are waiting for 80 microseconds, and if the data pin is returning true, we are waiting for 80 microseconds. This is the loop which is fetching the data. You can clearly see I am running the loop for till 5, number 5 for reading 40 bits, and inside 5 I am just reading every byte of the data. If that is high, for every 30 microseconds I am just loading the DST data variable with the corresponding high signal, else I will be loading it with low signal. That's all. So if the high signal is received, that is if it is high for 30 microseconds, I will be loading the value with 1. If it is not, I will be loading the value with 0. That is the logic. Finally, this DST data variable will be loaded with the data from DST11 sensor module, and it will return true or false. That's all. So this buffer will be holding the data, which is a global variable, and this particular read DST11 will return true if the data is valid. If it is not, it will return false. That's all. And coming to the setup, you can clearly see we are initializing the LCD, turning on the backlight, and in the first row, first column, I am just printing hygrometer for 2 seconds, and I am clearing the LCD. That's all about the setup. And coming to the infinite loop of the program, that is the continuous execution of the program, I am just calling this particular function. If it returns true, I am just loading the buffer of 0 to the humidity variable. And coming to the first column, first row of the LCD, I am just setting the first column, first row of the LCD as the cursor, and I am printing the data humidity colon. And coming to the first column, second row of the LCD, I am just printing the humidity data. After the humidity data, I am just going to print % symbol. And if this is returning 0, that if this particular read DST11 function is returning 0, that means the data returned by the sensor is invalid. So now what we will do is we will just print DST11 11 error in the first row first column, and in second row first column we will print check sensor. That's all. And this happens for every 2 seconds or 2000 milliseconds. That's all. So the concept is simple. We are just going to read the data from DST11 using this particular function. If this particular function read DST11 returns true, we will be printing the data. If it returns false, we will be printing DST11 error and check sensor in the LCD. That's all. So this is the new function that we have written. And here the data that we received is, we are printing the buffer of 0, that is the humidity data. Now I'm just compiling and loading the program to the Arduino Uno connected to our PC. You can see Arduino Uno is connected to COM6. Now I'm just clicking on this particular icon for uploading the sketch to the Arduino. It is compiled successfully and it is uploading. Uploading is also done. Now let's see the output in the hardware. This is the output which I got in the hardware. You can see when I power up the development board, it starts with the command hygrometer and it enters into the reading part. Here there is no sensor connected, that is why it is prompting DST11 error check sensor. Now I am connecting the sensor. You can see the humidity value is displayed. You can see now the humidity value is displayed, and now when I try to heat up the sensor element using soldering iron, you can see the variation in humidity level. As the heat is increasing, the humidity level will decrease. So this is the output which I got in the hardware. I hope you learned something new in this particular video. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.